The most underrated way to make big money with ChatGPT is also the one no one is talking about, and it's making me over $7,000 per week. In this video, I'll show you exactly how to use ChatGPT to create income streams that are scalable, automated, and beginner friendly. If you want to turn AI into your side hustle or full-time income, this is going to be your step-by-step blueprint. This video is sponsored by Dot Online, but more on them later. Now, it's no secret that AI and ChatGPT is absolutely amazing, but what it is amazing at right now is enhancing something that you already have. So if you have no business, you're selling nothing, you have no niche, you have nothing at all, then ChatGPT is not going to have a lot to add to that. But don't worry, I'm going to share with you how to build that foundation first. So for me personally, I have done a lot of different businesses over the years, from resin jewelry on Etsy to taking photos of cakes to wedding photography to portrait photography, and of course, packaging up my knowledge into digital products, which is my absolute favorite business model and what I still do today. And the good news is that when you attach ChatGPT and AI to that business model, it only makes it so much more amazing. Let me explain. For example, in my membership Freedom Creator Club, I know that a lot of people coming in, they don't know what business to create, they don't have their niche, they don't have a following yet. And so one of the first things we do is actually have them explore their niche. But in the past, this has been the biggest struggle for some people. They don't feel like they know anything. They don't feel like they know what to teach. They don't feel like they know what their niche should be. Now, of course, I have a niche training. I have a worksheet. But one of the coolest things that I have added to our membership is creating my own GPT. You can do this by using ChatGPT to create your own custom GPT. Now, I'm going to talk about this more in depth in a little bit here, but I really quickly want to share with you why this is so useful. So for example, instead of just sitting in a room being like, I don't know what my niche is, I don't know what my niche is, you can use our custom GPT inside of my Freedom Creator Club membership, and it will actually workshop your niche with you. It will ask you questions. It will reply back as if it's a friend in the room with you, helping you workshop your niche. I have had so many students post inside of our community saying, this GPT is life-changing. This helped me find my niche so much faster. We're seeing far less people saying they're getting stuck on this stage. So again, AI and ChatGPT are amazing, but as an enhancement to your already existing business. And I know you might be listening to this and thinking, oh boy, here we go. Another thing to learn. I'm super scared about AI. You know, it's not great for the environment, which it's not. There are a lot of negative things to AI. I'm not going to lie to you. Like, if I got to place a vote on if AI would be a thing that lives in our world, I would vote no. But unfortunately, AI is here. And I do feel confident that as business owners and marketers, if we don't learn it, we are going to fall behind. I would love to know your opinion on this though in the comments below. I genuinely think this is something that's really good to an open discussion and an open debate. But as far as AI goes, or any new enhancements, new things coming into the business or the marketing space, I do think it can become really easy to feel left behind. I remember when I first started on YouTube, that is when Shorts was first coming out. And I remember thinking to myself, oh, great. I missed the boat. I'm too late to the party. Shorts is going to come out and ruin everything. No one's going to watch long form videos, blah, 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 blah. I'm so glad that I pushed through those fears and misconceptions, because here I am today with a thriving channel. I don't even post on Shorts. Plenty of people are still watching long form. It's a great way to make AdSense money, brand deals, and of course, promote whatever products or services or things that you are selling from your channel as well. And I want you to think of AI in that way as well. Do not think that you are too late. I genuinely don't believe it's ever too late. I believe that there is always going to be something new. There's always going to be the next thing. You need to start now. There is a Chinese proverb that says the best time to plant a tree is 100 years ago. The second best time is today. I think I got that right. If not, you can yell at me in the comments. But honestly, I just think it's so important that you hear from someone who has been there before that you are not too late. You need to get started. You need to take action. Everything is always evolving. And the sooner you get started, the sooner you can start to adapt to those new things as well. And by the way, if you want to learn how to make consistent income with your own digital product, but you're not sure which type of digital product is best for you to sell, go ahead and download my full list of all 54 different types of digital products completely for free in the link in the description below this video. Now, before we dive further into today's topic, I want to thank today's sponsor, because it ties into everything we're talking about when it comes to making money online. This video is sponsored sponsored by .online. And as you start building your audience and creating your digital products, there's one piece that instantly makes you look more professional: your own branded domain. It's your first online impression. The difference between a clean, custom URL or whatever random string your website builder auto-generates for you. And here's why I love .online domains. They're branded, and unlike most .coms, they are actually available. Plus, online is one of the most searched words on Google, with over 500 million searches every month, which means your domain is more discoverable right out of the gate. From household names like Maluma to small business owners just launching, there's a .online domain for everyone. And because they're sponsoring this video, you can grab your very own .online domain for just 99 cents. Just head to the link in the description below, pick your domain name, add it to your cart, and enter coupon code MOLLY at checkout to lock in the deal. Super easy, and honestly one of the simplest ways to instantly make your business look more legit. Okay, now let's dive into what I find to be the top 5 most underrated ways that you can make big money with ChatGPT. The first one I already touched on earlier in this video, but let's dive a little bit deeper into it. It's how to create your own custom GPT. Now, as I shared earlier in this video, one of the ways we're using this GPT is to help students have somebody to workshop their ideas with. And by somebody, I mean a robot, apparently. But literally, it can be hard to workshop your niche or certain ideas. It's easier for you to have someone to like bounce ideas off of. At least that's how I work. And so we have found this to be really helpful. Our students have been raving about it. Now, how do you create your own custom GPT? Well, I got to tell you, I think it sounds way more complicated than it actually is. I figured it out in about 20-30 minutes, and I'm going to walk you through the steps. So the first thing you need to do is sign up for a ChatGPT account. I do believe you have to have the paid $20 plus per month account in order to make a custom GPT. So go ahead and do that, or look into their pricing. I believe that was the cost around the time I'm making this video, but of course, you know, things can evolve and change, right? Okay, so once you're logged into your paid ChatGPT account, on the top left-hand side, it will say GPTs and create GPT. So that's what you're going to want to do. From there, you can go ahead and name your GPT, and you can go on to train your GPT. On the left-hand side is where you will give prompts to train the GPT or upload information. Now, for me, it was super easy to train my GPT because I already have an entire program inside of my Freedom Creator Club membership, and it's very organized. We have word-for-word scripts for every single video. We have videos for every single lesson. We have all the downloadable materials. We have everything already made. So this is going to be a lot easier if you already have something made versus from scratch, of course, but you can also talk to it and train it with prompts. But what I did was I downloaded every single one of our scripts from our program, and I put it into that custom GPT. So now when our students have questions about YouTube, digital products, different things we teach in the membership, the GPT will not only give them an answer, but it will give them an answer based on the information in my program. It would give them an answer to their question based on how I would answer it. And I am telling you, on a weekly basis, we are getting students raving about this. Like, I genuinely wasn't sure if people would really like it or find it helpful, but we can actually see the data on the GPT. It's been used over 400 times in a month, and it has over 10 5-star ratings, which is the highest rating you can give for a GPT. So I know my students are really enjoying it, in addition to them, of course, posting that in the community as well. So if you don't already have a custom GPT, especially for someone who has a digital product or program, you absolutely should. At the bottom of every single lesson, we say, if you have any questions, post in the community or ask the GPT. And our amount of questions and customer service inquiries has plummeted, which is really useful as well, so that our customer service person has more time to work on other projects as well. Okay, the next thing we're using ChatGPT for is ideating our YouTube titles. So I have a whole process for coming up with YouTube ideas and titles that I teach inside of my Freedom Creator Club membership. But long story short is I like to model outliers. Now, outlier videos are typically videos that get 2 times plus the amount of views than that channel's like average views, or more views than that channel has subscribers. But one thing I've been using ChatGPT for is I will take that title that I want to model, I will put it into ChatGPT, and I will say, give me 10 variations of this title that are 50 characters or less, you know, and I'll add additional information, whatever else I want to say. And I'll also tell it to spit out like 5 to 10 different titles, and it will give me all these different titles. Now, none of them are good enough to use word for word, but what I do notice is some of them I'm like, oh, the first half of this is really good, and the second half of that other one is really good. And I'll kind of use it to put them together to create a title. And it has really sped up that process for me. And by the way, if you want my complete on-demand free workshop on how you can find your niche, come up with your own digital product, grow your following on YouTube, and create consistent income from your own digital product, go register now for this free on-demand training. It's the first link in the description below this video. Okay, the next way we're using ChatGPT to make big money is using it for SOPs for our team. Now, I know this sounds boring, but so stick with me, but an SOP stands for Standard Operating Procedure. It's a fancy acronym for a checklist. And having these checklists in your business, whether you're a one-person team or you have like 5+ people, are so helpful. For example, last night I learned about a bunch of new AI tools that I'll be sharing in an upcoming video with you guys. But what I did was after I learned them, I pulled up a Word document and I SOP'd every single thing step by step, because even if I'm not ready to share it with my team yet, or I don't have anyone on my team and I'm a solopreneur, when I go to do that again tomorrow or the next day or a week from now, I'm not going to remember the exact steps that I took. So it's really, really useful to create these SOPs, aka checklists, to write down exactly what you did when something works. So that way you can turn it into a repeatable process. And then what I do is I feed it into ChatGPT to clean it up, make it more accessible, more easily readable to anyone, because a lot of times I'll make the SOP, but I won't think of little questions that people would have, and ChatGPT really helps to supplement that. Okay, the fourth way we're using ChatGPT to make big money and save time so that we can make big money is ideating thumbnails. Now, I personally don't think AI is good enough to like create the thumbnail for you. I can still kind of tell, that it's AI. It just depends. You probably can generate like images of yourself, but then you probably still have to put it in Canva. It's also hard to get AI to do like 100% exactly what you want it to do. But what I've been doing is using ChatGPT to ideate the thumbnail, and then I can give that to the designer to actually design it. But it's a lot easier for me to describe what I want by giving them an AI version, like a draft of the thumbnail ahead of time. So I'll just go to ChatGPT, I'll type in, "Hey ChatGPT, create for me a YouTube thumbnail." And a lot of times I have to say the aspect ratio, because otherwise it makes it like a square or a weird size. And I'll say, use this photo as a reference, and I'll upload a photo of me, and I'll say, put me on the left-hand side looking shocked. On the right-hand side, have wording that says, "You'll never believe this," or whatever the wording needs to be. Make sure the background is XYZ color or on a beach or whatever. And it's pretty dang good. And it's so useful to be able to send that to my thumbnail designer instead of just explaining it with words. Okay, the fifth way we're using ChatGPT to make big money and save time is writing our YouTube scripts. Now, I teach this in detail in my membership, click by click. It would be too long for this video, but let's say I'm creating a new video that's like 5 digital products you can use to make money online or something like that. Well, I've already done videos similar to that in the past, so I can go to those past videos, download the transcripts, upload them into ChatGPT, and also upload my YouTube script template, which, by the way, you can get my exact YouTube script template completely for free in the link in the description below this video. So I'll have it use the YouTube script template as the template, and then I'll upload the transcripts from previous videos, and I will have it actually write the script for the video, and I'll give it the title so it has all the information it needs. And then not only does it write the script for the video, but it makes it sound like me because the scripts that it's using to gather the information from are my scripts in my voice with my information. This has been game changing and has saved me so much time when writing my YouTube scripts. Now that you know the most underrated ways to be making big money with ChatGPT right now, you might be wanting to know what digital products you should avoid selling that don't sell anymore. But how do you do that? Well, it all starts with watching this video next here, because when you pair what you just learned with what's in this video, it's going to be way more powerful. See you in the next video.